Paul Mackenzie is a well-known pastor and the leader of Good News International Church, based in Kenya, a message based upon the teaching of William Branham. Paul has his share on controversies in scandals and cultism, and is known to lead his members selflessly and give inspiration to many. He was born in 1972 in Tennessee in the United States of America, and he attended high school in Tennessee. After completing his high school education, he joined Tennessee University where he graduated with a degree in theology. Pastor Paul Mackenzie had a passion to serve full-time in ministry, and he served as an associate in several churches before his ministry took him to Ohio. When in Ohio, he served as senior pastor of local church, and he was instrumental in changing the church into a thriving community of believers. He moved to the coastal region in the early 90s to settle with his elder sister and her white husband. And initially, he was a taxi driver in Malindi, and Mackenzie stumbled on faith in 1997 but struggled to find its meaning for the next 6 years. The controversial Mackenzie says he lived a preacher between 2003 and August 2019 when he closed down a vibrant ministry. Rumors has it that the government closed down his TV ministry, but Mackenzie says otherwise. In 2002, Paul founded the City Church, which grew fast to 4,000 members, and the City Church saw tremendous growth, which transformed in vibrant ministry touching many lives. And the City Church pioneered different programs which was aimed at feeding the homeless and providing them with shelter while supporting missionaries locally and abroad. Paul is married to Michelle, and together they have 4 kids. His wife serves together with him in ministry, and she is passionate toward the welfare of the needy and less fortunate. Pastor Paul Mackenzie's church has been proven to be cult religion by the police after it was found out that he was misleading his followers, and Paul advised his congregation to fast to see heaven. This led to his followers' death due to lack of eating, and many graves has been discovered allegedly believed to be buried with bodies of believers who might have perished due to starvation. Detectives have camped in Shakahola Forest in Malindi for the 3rd day to rescue followers of Paul Mackenzie. Some of the rescued followers even refused to be rescued, claiming they wanted to go to heaven as their preacher had promised. This had raised eyebrows in country, with region leaders and other churches condemning Paul, and even the President William Ruto commenting on it. When his church, Good News International in Malindi, flourished few years back, he wasn't the shaggy, confused person gracing the screens today, and he started this church back in 2003 as a small evangelical center alongside his wife Joyce Mikamba. They then moved to a village called Migigo in Malindi, where he set up a church in a walled compound where his family still lives to date, and his wife Joyce helped his preaching as a co-pastor, and Mackenzie claimed to have power to speak to God directly, and his sermons he claimed to deliver words as given by God himself. At around 2016, Mackenzie acquired a TV station after one of his followers, Kennedy Mwacharo, sold his property in Lamu as a throw price of around 20 million and handed over all the money to him, and abandoning his family and responsibilities. The property was valued over 100 million back then, and the man who died 2 months later in unclear circumstances. Several cases of people selling their properties and giving Mackenzie as their wait to meet Jesus would then follow. And the recent one is being Betty, a hair hostess who quit a 11-year job, left her husband, and sold her lifelong investments at a throwaway price of 7 million, heading with the money to Mackenzie's Shakahola church. Betty is suspected to be among the dead bodies being retrieved in graves in Shakahola, and it is claimed that Mackenzie used the money that Kennedy Mwacharo gave him to buy a piece of land in Malindi and Mombasa, 2 vehicles, and started the TV station. Through this TV station, Mackenzie reached so many people, and his teachings were basically on end times, evilness of Western ways of life like medical services, education, food, sports, and music, and so many others. Mackenzie dealt on the uselessness of life and stress on the afterlife, and he also preached about the second coming of Christ, which according to him was so soon. His timeline of Second Coming was also less than a year, and he also focused on the wrath that awaited those who would be alive by then. In 2018, Dr. Ezekiel Mutua, through KFCB, ordered the immediate closure of the TV station, and this was a year after Mackenzie and his wife had been arraigned in court for religion radicalization, knowing and lawfully promoting extreme belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologies to advance religion and social change. It is claimed that while leaving Migigo and closing his church, he sold the TV station and also the equipment, and one of his vehicles to Pastor Ezekiel of New Life, and even some of his evangelization tools. And not that Pastor Mackenzie is not living with his family at Shakahola. The family is living in Migigo village in a gated compound where he had his church, and he has been putting up another beautiful family home few distance from Malindi town. As he brainwashed other people and their kids to die in order to meet Jesus, his family is living their best from what the fools give him as they prepare for the holy journey. Remember, most of these people are fasting in the bush day and night, facing the harsh weather conditions and other risks. Further sources say that Pastor Mackenzie of Good News International Church is a gifted author with philanthropic tendencies. And why are people fasting to death in Shakahola? That's a question that many people are asking themselves. And this is the answer. Followers of Pastor Mackenzie are starving themselves in order to meet Jesus. Further sources say that Pastor Mackenzie of Good News International Church is a gifted author with philanthropic tendencies. And why are people fasting to death in Shakahola? That's a question that many are asking themselves. And this is the answer. Followers of Pastor Mackenzie are starving themselves in order to meet Jesus. On Monday, President William Ruto said that the cult leader like Mackenzie belong in jail for undermining the Constitution of Kenya. And this is what he quoted in a post. Mr. Mackenzie, who acts as a pastor, is in a fact a terrible criminal. Terrorists use religion to advance their heinous acts. People like Mackenzie are using religion to do exactly the same thing. As we speak, about 100 officers, among them Homicide Unit Director, Specialized Pathologist, DCI officers, Forensic officers, and regular police officers are leading operation to rescue Shakahola victims. Similarly, the illicit team is ongoing with the exhumation of bodies allegedly buried after death caused by extreme starvation in the hands of Pastor Mackenzie. Latest police reports date April 24, 2023 indicate that at least 73 buried bodies in counting have been exhumed from the land owned by Mackenzie in Shakahola Forest in Malindi. So guys, what's your take on this cult practicism that is happening in Shakahola? You can share your thoughts on the comment section down below and let us know. I've been your host, Fidi. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to turn on the notification bell whenever we upload a new video so that you can be the first one to get notified. Cheers up on this video. See you in the next one. Bye.
Mwende kwa rumu yenu. Wazazi sasa. Nyinyi mfunge watoto huko ndani.
Hiyo ni mtumisha alisema.
Mwafunge kamba.
Mfunge kamba.
Nyinyi mkule mkimaliza, mkawafungue, mwende mkalale nao. Asubuhi mpande nao siku 3, nyinyi mfanye tena.
Wapande nao kwa maombi sasa. Wafunge pia na wao. Na nyinyi siku 3. Wao washuke. Baada ya sote washuke, nyinyi muendelee na maombi hadi mkufe.
Ndio sasa nilipoondoka mimi.
Unaondoka kwenda wapi sasa?
Huko mbinguni.
Kwa Yesu.
Mimi nang'ang'ana mpaka jana. Nikachota maji. Ilikuwa hakuna ilikuwa mitungi wamebana. Nikachota hata machafu ambao walisinzia ndio nikaichota nikampatia mwenzangu Sefu. Akasema Ephraim said ni nini? Niwaambia Ephraim akuja na jagi na hakuna jagi ya maji. Mimi akakuja akanichapa.
Sababu umempatia Sefu maji.
Halafu akachukua mtandio akalifunga kamba. Walifunga kamba afu akanifungia.
Mwenye amefunga kamba ni mama?
Alinifunga kamba.
Ndio amepatia ndugu yake maji ya kunywa, maji machafu. Juu maji safi imefungiwa. Na hiyo jana baada ya kunywa maji ni kama ndio alikufa.